Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I believe the US is the next biggest market, how the US market, the US MJ market anyways, is going to be the next biggest market. I'm going to let Harvest talk about it. So this is on Midas Letter. I'm just going to play the part where he talks about, the whole acquisition of Canopy and the whole fact that they are going to be, I guess I'll explain it after I listen to the video. So let's begin.
Steve White joins me now. He's the CEO of Harvest Health and Recreation, trading on the CSE under the symbol HARV. Steve, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Steve, we are meeting on this momentous occasion where Canopy Growth has made an offer to purchase all of the stock outstanding in Acreage Farms, which, if concluded, would be the largest transaction in the cannabis space to date in the form of a merger. And it's particularly interesting because it's a cross-border merger, which nobody really thought would be able to happen in the current environment where marijuana is federally prohibited in the U.S. Now, what are the implications for Harvest Health and Recreation directly and the entire sector in the U.S. and Canada generally?
So start with Canada because that's the easy one. Mm-hmm. It's another instance where Canopy Growth figured out a way to do something that everybody else thought was impossible, and then they went out and executed it. So kudos to them for being first on this. And so the problem now is what for Canadian LPs is the blueprint is now out there, and the blueprint does not require a Canadian LP to make the acquisition. So this is something that if a consumer packaged goods company or an alcohol company was interested in the space, they copy Canopy's blueprint and in they come. That also means that prices get higher, right? So U.S. multi-state operators become more valuable because there are more people, looking to purchase them over time. And that's another problem for Canadian LPs. For Acreage, it's a great deal as well. It's the ultimate private equity play. They put together a number of assets, they bundled them together, and they sold them at a much higher price than what they acquired them for. Kudos to them. Also positive for U.S. MSOs because we have more people who could be targeting acquisitions in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. So the consolidation momentum that has now been established yet again by Canopy, do you think that's going to take the whole sector higher in terms of valuation in the immediate term, or is it more like a long, slow burn to the upside that's just going to keep on going as these bigger companies and bigger deals happen?
I think the long term is easier to predict, and I do think it is going to go up over time. I've given up on trying to predict what stocks are going to do day to day or on the short term, particularly in this sector. It's so volatile, and if volatility is something that is a problem for you, this is the wrong place to be.
That's right.
There's a lot of other places that are safer and a lot easier to deal with. So I think, but I do think short term, what we've seen is U.S. companies who everyone knows are going to be aggressive and are going to look to do mergers, acquisitions, look for financial partnerships. Those people will be rewarded because there is a blueprint available for that to happen.
Mm-hmm, you bet. So for Harvest Health and Recreation, acquiree or acquirer?
Both. Well,
both. You've already demonstrated acquire.
We've been an acquirer over time.
Right.
I mean, but it is our job as fiduciaries of the company to make good decisions for Harvest shareholders. If the right financial partner comes along, it's a conversation we have to have. We do. And for us, we love what we're building. We're very proud of it. We see incredible upside.
So as you can tell from the video, he obviously said that they are looking to be acquired. So that means that they are open to the idea of somebody coming in, maybe a Coke or Pepsi, or maybe another Canadian licensed producer like a Roar, a Crown, or somebody to go and acquire Harvest Health. So they are open-minded about that. So that's very good. And Madman Man could drop down to $3.65. It would make it an extremely good buying opportunity, because I think Man deserves a little bit more than a $2 billion market cap. And under here, it's under a $2 billion market cap. At least that's just my opinion, But anyways, I'm thinking Madman could get acquired out in the future by Kron. I'm still thinking that, but at the end of the day, the like he said, the weed market is volatile. Madman did close up on really big volume today, so that's a good sign. But regardless, volatile market, so we'll see where Madman stock goes. But if it goes back down to 365, 360, I'm definitely gonna be buying more. But if it goes up, then that's great too. Acreage Holdings. I did purchase some Acreage Holdings today. It declined. I thought, the divergence between the Canopy stock and the Acreage Holdings stock was too big of a gap. So I thought, I'd make a small position in it. Like I said, the weed market is volatile. So, it could go back to $19. It could go back to $20. It could go back to $17. So, yeah. True Eve, I think True Eve is a profitable company. I think somebody will probably eventually acquire it, but it could. We don't know. Like, nobody knows for sure. So, Kira, the number one company, especially on the HMJ, the hummus, the ETF HUMS, I think. So Kira, CBD and cannabis play, it probably has the highest market cap out of all the leaders right now, $4.6 billion. I'm thinking Kira will get a deal sometime in the future, but I could totally be wrong on this. Green Thumb Industry, another big player too. Not too much to say about Green Thumb because I don't know too much about it. Harvest, a company I do own shares in, it had a nice pop today and pulled back. That was the video on Harvest. So obviously Harvest, if a right deal comes along, they will take it and they will get acquired by another company. So, and on top of that, Harvest Health just got $500 million of convertible debentures. So that's really good for them. Madman, I believe Madman. Oh wait, why do I have Madman up here again? Horizon US Marijuana Index ETF. I bought a little bit of the shares today. I don't know if I did the right thing. I kind of bought it like right in the morning, so I bought it at 10.72, I believe, and the stock price is 10.27. So I am down a little bit, but I don't know. I just took a little gamble today and I purchased it. Actually, it was more than a gamble. I bought 1,000 shares. So that's almost $10,000 I put into Horizon US MJ Index. I don't know why I have this up. Canopy after hours. The market is almost closed, up 32 cents. It's just so hard for me to see Canopy stock drop because, Bank of America is interested in Canopy and Aurora. If Bank of America is interested, there's going to be other companies that's interested. The only way I think, Canopy stock can still crash, but I think the only way for them to crash, if the market gives way, the entire market crashes, then Canopy will crash. But, as of the moment, it's just so hard for me to see Canopy crash. Because if it declines in price, it will just get covered by some big bank in the U.S. because it's listed on the New York Stock Exchange. And now the fact that they have acreage under their belt, the big hemp company, the big worldwide company, they're one of the biggest cannabis companies in Canada. They have about 25 or 30% market share in Canada. Yeah, they're a very big company, so it's so hard for me to see them, declining in price. Australis, was a little rough today. I don't know, it could decline back to $1.15. I could have took huge amount of profit today, but I decided to bag hold, and now I kind of lost. I still believe that Australia is still important to Aurora, but since Canopy got a deal with Acreage Holdings got a deal with Canopy, I'm thinking Australia is less valuable to Aurora, because Aurora could do similar deal structure with another big company like, let's say, Harvest Health or Kira, or Man is taken by Kron, but I would like to see them take out Man Aurora. BAM also fell back today. I honestly believe that BAM is especially with this news today, and the fact that BAM is I think little less than $100 million. I mean, a little bit more than $100 million. $172 million market cap. It's okay. It's fair value. But if it goes to $100 million, I think at that point it's a really big buying opportunity. Just my opinion though. Afria up, down. It was up a little bit. Now it's down 13 cents. I don't know when the bleeding will stop for Afria, but if you're bag holding Afria, it must suck. It must real suck. But I think eventually Afria will get his mojo back and run. But that's just my opinion. I put up Kraft Heinz because Jim Cramer has mentioned on Mad Money that Kraft Heinz needs to get into the cannabis industry. They do have a $40 billion market cap stock, and that'd be hilarious if Kraft Heinz decides to buy out one of the cannabis companies in the U.S. and become a cannabis operator, or something like that. That would be crazy. I would laugh my ass off if I saw that. But hey, whatever. Business is business. Cannabis business is obviously big because of Constellation Brand and Altera investing heavily into Kron and Canopy. Coke was also mentioned that they were interested in the CBD space of the CBD drinks. So yeah, cannabis is big business, and I do believe that the US is the next biggest market. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. Give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.